I'm going down an avenue that's a little bit interesting, okay? So, I was actually there this particular year. This was in 2003. I could have gone into this one, but I was doing everything through guidance at that time, and I kept getting told, don't go into that one. I really wanted to, because I wanted to, go into all the ones, and it was close. I could have actually gone in. It kept telling me not to, so I followed that. And this year, when I started looking at it again, you've got this little half of a yin-yang, and to me this feels like an attempt to gain ascendancy of a single side. And this circle has too much, it's too big in proportion to the rest of the thing, in my opinion. And this perspective, it's like we're only going to look in this direction. We're just going to look there. However, I want to point out one more thing. The dot inside, it's really big. It's much bigger. It's as if to say, you can try. But actually, that other side is very powerful, and it's opening up the side that is countering the ascendancy of the power. This was the same year, 2003, at Hackpen Hill. I love it, I just love it. You've got the same single side of the yin-yang, this time trying to come out 3 times. And the dot gets really big inside of these. And this third one, it almost feels like it's like an uppercut to me. It's like, it's even going outside the ring, this radiant ring of 32 circles. And then this was in 2007. To me this feels very dual. It feels very regimented, but it is a representation of our planet. And but that's how it's like been divided up. This came out right next to the West Kent Long Barrow. The Long Barrow is like it's a portal. It's definitely, I'll just say it that way. And we're talking portal here. So from here and from all of that long thing, just notice what you're feeling. Notice what you're feeling, and there you might have brought up a little bit of fear, possibly. This, oh, look at the name, Abbott's Down. I love this. Then we come to the West Kent Long Barrow, where we get this portal, where the square, the box that's inside the circle, it's being opened up. That duality floor has now become a checkerboard. You can get through any side here. All the doors, it looks like it's referencing Alice's hall, into not Neverland. Wonderland, thank you. All the doors are open. You don't have to even fiddle with keys. You don't got to change size. You can just go through. You can go through the ceiling if you want. We can go down. We can go through the back. It's wide open. It's completely wide open. So, this was actually 2006 near the buildings that looked like they were maybe collapsing. That array of 12 buildings. This was on the other side of Uffington Castle, on the other side of the ancient horse. That's the Neolithic one that's carved into the hill. This one. To me, this feels like a change of perception. This one is, notice your projections. Okay, so here you have a dot with this projection of rays coming out of it. And there's another dot over there that has radiant lines coming towards this one. And they're relating to each other in a different way and creating this moire pattern. Perhaps that actually is the same size as this. We're projecting ourselves. We have to notice our projections. This was 2010. Ink Pen, near Ink Pen, West Woodhay Down. Do you see the yin-yang? Okay, really big. It's actually implied. Yeah. Okay. And the line in the middle, the snake in the middle, is It's a pit viper, actually. These two little dots, this shape is a pit viper, and pit vipers find their mark through heat sinking, through heat detection. And his tongue, it's not forked, it's a trident. It's one that has perspective. It understands the duality and is able to see it from another point of view. And it can take the information in and find the balance from the unknown. I'll put it that way. Windmill Hill, great name, ancient Neolithic area. This is one of my favorites. The yin-yang, you know, you can see that it's referencing the yin-yang, but the line in between, that which balances the two, is getting opened up. That which is the third element, it's getting opened up. And not only that, it's like getting opened up in another scale and bringing in multiple yin-yangs. Everything's getting expanded. This angel was near Cambridge, near a place called Gog and Magog, which I think is really interesting, which were like supposed to be warring tribes, but yet this angel came down in the middle of it. This was in 2001. Notice the crescents with the dots. Some things, when you have an alignment going on, then there's an ability to communicate deeper. All of these lines, if it is an angel, I think that's a good reference. All of these lines actually converge at the throat, underneath what would be considered the head, that small dot. They all converge at the throat. So this is also about us being able to communicate and get support from that which is beyond. And not only that, but these lines are laid back and forth, back and forth. There's actually, it's a fancy word that I know, so I'll impress you. It's called boustrophodon, which is as the ox plows. So that, the ox would go this way and then it would come back that way. The communication is going in both directions. These rays go in and they go out. And they go in delicate, fine, and direct. 2007, this beautiful little carbon atom, under great pressure, came down at Balden and got transformed the following year into a diamond. You know, the crystal of our carbon nature, actually it's being expressed as something, we're under pressure, but we're getting transformed as something beautiful. This was really early. Actually, there was a year when a bunch of them came down there where they called them insectograms. They all looked like insects. And this is actually a dragonfly larva. And this dragonfly larva is emerging from, a bubble or the water, or, it's coming out slowly. But it's still in larval stage. This was back in 1994. And this was in 2009. It's like, we've climbed out. We've climbed out. We actually have the ability. And the dragonfly is symbolic of what starts deep in the mud, inside a lake, inside the emotions, inside water. And it climbs out, and it can fly really fast in any direction, backwards, forwards. It's like, they're like one of the fastest creatures on the planet. And just to give it a little bit more symbolic emphasis, in the same field was this phoenix. So, that which is emerging is actually also emerging from the ashes. I'm just going to go into the center. You can see that they're crescents that are going in opposite directions. What do we know about crescents? Being alignments of things. And in the very center, some people looked at this and saw a mask. I look at this and I see a bee. I see a little bee that is being able to sit into the center, and it's vibrating so fast. And the honeybee that's able to actually get the nectar from somewhere really far beyond, something that knows something.